Do you need ideas on what to do with bell peppers? Let's check how they prepare them in the Balkans. Bell peppers often play a complementary role, but they're the absolute protagonists in these two dishes. The first one is this amazing bell pepper spread called Ajvar. It's definitely one of the most popular foods in the ex-Yugoslavia region, and for good reason. So after preheating the oven to 250 degrees Celsius, I'm going to lay a sheet of parchment paper on an oven tray. I'm going to use 8 bell peppers, but bear in mind that Ajvar is typically made in much larger quantities, so it can be stored in jars and kept for months. I'm also going to add an aubergine cut in half, and I'm going to transfer the tray to the oven, where it will stay for the next 45 minutes. You can flip them halfway through if you see that they're charring too much. Obviously, I can't handle them right out of the oven, so I'll transfer them to a bowl and let them cool down. Covering it with a lid or with foil should allow the steam to loosen the skin and make the peppers easier to peel. It's been about 30 minutes, so I'll remove the skin off the aubergine, which is the fastest one. Then the bell peppers, one by one, peel them and remove the seeds. This is the most tedious part, but it's okay once you get the hang of it. And if need be, you can use some water to wash those last stubborn seeds off. Now, you're meant to grind or mince everything with a knife, but I find it faster and just as effective to use a blender in pulse mode. Since this blender is too small for all the peppers, I'll simply split them into 2 batches. Traditionally, Ajvar is made with bell peppers only, but the spicy variant with the addition of chili peppers is also very popular. Done! Now I'll take a saucepan, better if non-stick, and I'll add 60 grams of vegetable oil to it, then the blended peppers, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. It will have to simmer for at least 1 hour, but I'll come back to it every 5 minutes or so to stir and to prevent it from sticking. In larger quantities, Ajvar can actually be left stewing for even 3 or 4 hours, but for such a small amount, 1 hour will do. You can add a little bit of water if necessary towards the end, but it should be okay as it is, as long as you keep cooking it on low heat. Let's check for salt. Just a pinch more, and it's ready. Of course, I'm going to serve it with some bread. Its name comes from the Turkish word havyar, which means caviar, but I think it's better than caviar if you ask me. I've already made it a few times, and it's always amazing. And now, let's go to Albania to check out this dish called Fërgesë. This one is super easy to prepare, yet absolutely worth a try. I'll start by chopping 4 bell peppers in relatively large chunks. I'll do the same with 5 tomatoes, approximately 400 grams. Then I will blend them. And I'm already set to start cooking. I'll add some vegetable oil to a pot, and I'll throw in the peppers with a pinch of salt. As they're quite a lot, it will take a bit to cook them through. Sometimes I divide them into 2 batches, depending on the size of the pot I'm using, but I think it's still faster this way. After 25 minutes, they're ready, and I'll remove them from the pot. I'll add in the tomato puree, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 crushed garlic clove. At this point, I'll let this simmer for about 10 minutes. And now, I'll throw in 250 grams of ricotta, and I'll make sure to incorporate it well in the sauce. The cheese typically used for this dish is called gjizë, which is cottage cheese made from yogurt. I've never tried it, but I suppose it's got more of a sour taste compared to ricotta. Then again, there are a few varieties of gjizë, and some can also be saltier, like feta. Anyway, either ricotta or feta should be acceptable substitutes. Time to add the bell peppers back in. Sometimes eggs are also added to this dish, and in some recipes the dish is finished in the oven, but I'll just let it simmer for a couple more minutes, and it's ready to serve. Let me tell you, it's surprisingly tasty and satisfying for being such a simple dish. And of course, this one too is perfect when enjoyed with some bread. So, what do you think about these two dishes? They're both quite easy to make and so delicious, and I've already made them a few times. Are you going to try them if you haven't already? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. It's free and it would truly help my channel. So, where are we going next?